Welcome back, students, in the second part of chapter number 17 of Social Science, Livelihood. Now, in previous session, we have studied about the Madhuba, who was the farm labor, and Salman, who was also a cattle rearer and a farmer, which have 10 acres of land. And also we have read about small traders like Jaga Bhai. Also we learnt about Mongji Bhai, which was a big farmer and who was a landlord of Madhuba. And apart from these, we also learned about cattle rearing, retail labor, and we also noticed about people who live life by earning through retail work in the industrial estate. Now, in this session, we are going to study other ways of learning. So, let's start the chapter. Other ways of learning. Sancharda is a small village. It is situated on the seashore. Rudhiben and Lakhima live here. They do not have their land for farming. They neither do retail work nor earn money with any permanent work at any place. Rudhiben and Lakhima are engaged in fishing. Fisherman is called a food producer. Fish is a marine life. Rudhiben's husband helps her in her house hold course. Lakhima is an old woman. Her husband has died. There is a small boat with Rudhiben and Lakhima. They keep it at the seashore. They have a small net and other devices to catch fishes. They go into sea to catch fishes. They have to go far away from shore into the sea to catch fishes. They do fishing for 8 months for getting livelihood. Now, students, there is a small village named Sancharda, and Rudhiben and Lakhima lives here, whose occupation is fishing because they do not have land for farming. So beside all these occupations which we had read, now we are going to learn about fishing. So Rudhiben and Lakhima both live in Sancharda village, and it is situated on the seashore, and their occupation is fishing. Fish is a marine life, as we already know that fish is an aquatic animal. So, and fisherman is also called a food producer. Now, Rudhiben Rudhiben and Lakhima both are married. Lakhima is an old woman, and Rudhiben is also married, and her husband helps her in household chores also. They both have a small boat and a small net with all devices to catch fishes, and they go into the sea to catch fishes, and sometimes they have to go far away into the sea for fishing. Next, it is risky to explore sea during the monsoon season. Hence, Rudhiben and Lakhima do not go for fishing during monsoon. Person like Rudhiben and Lakhima are helpless in front of natural calamities like rain, cyclone, etc. They have to face difficulties during these times of calamities. Since they do not have any other way to generate income, when they are unable to do fishing, it is very difficult to get work in this time. This is why they have to borrow money to make living. When it is possible for them to catch fish and to sell them, then only they can return money. They face difficulty in fishing too. These days, pollution is increasing everywhere. They have to go far away into the sea for fishing. Plastic and polluted water of industries go to the sea through rivers or drainage, and due to this, sea water gets polluted. Number of fishes is also decreasing. due to pollution. This situation creates tension for Lakhima and Rudhiben. Fishing is not possible during the cyclone. Economically, they were severely affected during tsunami. Their boat was also damaged during this time. She could not go for fishing for a long time. Hence, government financially helped them to purchase a new boat. Now, students, it is very risky to go for fishing into the sea during the monsoon season. So these 4 months of the monsoon, Rudhiben and Lakhima are workless. So because they do not go for fishing during this season. So people like Rudhiben and Lakhima are helpless in front of natural calamities like heavy rain, cyclone, or you must have heard about the tsunami. So when tsunami came, people like Rudhiben and Lakhima faces lots of difficulties in this situation, and this situation creates tension for them because they did not have any other source of income for their earning, for their livelihood. So it is a we can say it is a big challenge for them. So what they do at that time, they have to borrow money for their livelihood, and they return that money when they again start their fishing and sell their fishing. So, and even these days, fishing is also difficult because the water is polluted because of the water pollution. Now, drainage from industries and plastic, these both are the main cause of water pollution. And due to pollution, number of fishes also decreases. So, all these things creates tension in any fisherman's life. And sometime during tsunami, for long time they do not have any work to do, so they are workless at that time. And even due to tsunami, their boats were also damaged, so government helped financially them to purchase a new boat. In this way, many people go to the cities from village and they sell their items like milk, vegetables, or other things to earn their living. So what happens due to these calamities or due to these reasons, people moves to the cities from village and they sell their items like milk, vegetables to earn their living. Now, things to know. On the basis of this para, there is a questions given here. First question is, how do people earn around us? So the people around us earn by various types of occupations like doing business, working in schools, colleges, working in offices, even working as laborers and doing skill-based works. Second question is, for how many hours would a fisherman work daily? A fisherman would work for 10 to 12 hours daily. What can you do to keep the sea clean? So, as I already taught you this, that nowadays water pollution is there. So you have to say right here what you do to keep the sea clean. So you must promise that you will not use plastic because plastic creates pollution. When plastic goes into the sea, it creates pollution. In addition, if you see plastic on your way to and from school or on your street, you will throw it in the dustbin. You will explain to your friends also, neighbors also, relatives, etc., not to use plastic bags. So in this way, you can help to keep the sea clean. Next question is, other than fishing, what else could be sold to earn money? So other than fishing, we can sell vegetables, fruits, flowers, toys, etc. to earn money. Next question is, during which type of natural calamity do people not go for fishing? Why? So people do not go to sea for fishing during a natural calamity like tsunami, because tsunami is a horrible natural calamity. People have to suffer a loss of life and goods if they are trapped in this calamity. Due to the economic loss, like damaging boats belonging to the fishermen, they will not be able to go for fishing for a long time. Now, next here a table is given, students. Remember, ask and write. Now, in this table, there are three columns. In first column, you have to write the name of the business. In second column, you have to write name of businessman. And in third column, you have to write details of business. So, you have to observe in your surrounding about the different businesses. You have to write the name of the businessman and detail of that business, what they are doing. You have to write in short. Okay. So this activity you have to done by yourself. Understood? Let's move ahead to the next topic. Our next topic is life in the city. Till now we have seen about the life in village. Now life in the city. We have discussed about the life and livelihood of the village. In the same manner, it is also necessary to obtain information about business and employment in the city. It is very difficult to get employment in the city. Let us see about the details of employment of the people living in the city. Now, students, till now we have seen about the livelihood of village. Now, it is also important that we obtain information about business and employment in the cities, and it's very difficult to get employment in cities nowadays. So let's have a look. There are many people around us. Each one is connected with some work. Various types of occupations are seen in the city. Many people are dependent on these occupations. Some people have shops while some other people are serving in these shops. Some people go to office. Some people do business on the roadside while some people work as hawkers. Some people go to the school or college to teach. Some people are employed in small or big jobs on the basis of their skill to earn livelihood. So you can see we are also live in city. So we are seeing many people around us, and each one is connected with some work. Like if you see in your family, your papa, your uncle, your mama, all are doing one or another work for their livelihood. So in city we are seeing various types of occupations, like some are going to office, some are teaching, some are doing roadside businesses, some are serving in shops, and some are shop holders, like some are owners of the shop, while some are serving in these shops. Some are teaching in school, some are teaching in colleges, some have big shops, some have small shops. So on this basis, according to their skills, they earn their livelihood. Now next is think and say. Which occupations are seen in this picture? Now you have to look at in your textbook on page number 113, there is a picture given. You have to observe the picture and then you have to answer these questions. Which occupations are seen in this picture? So the occupations like to drive a handcart, to drive a rickshaw, to drive a train, to drive a motor car, to work as an employee in the office, and to drive a city bus are seen in this picture. Next question is, which are the other occupations not seen in this picture? So which occupations we are not seeing in this picture? Occupations like run shops, work on roadside or to work as hawkers, small or big labor, skill-based works, selling goods on carts or in small shops, working in industrial colony, marking food items, etc. All these are not seen in this picture. On the basis of which skill is employment achieved? So employment is achieved on the basis of the skills in the fields of education, medical, engineering, music and other arts. Which occupation would you like to have for employment? So here answer may vary. You have to write your own choice. For example, I would like to have occupation as a teacher in a school for employment. Okay, this is mine, but your answer may vary. You have to write your choice in this answer. Okay, now let's move ahead to Radha's talk. Means here we are going to read about Rekha's talk. Rekha's village is small village. Her aunt lives in the nearby city. Rekha came to her aunt's house. She saw that many people get employment from roadside works. Some people run a small shop of vegetable. One old lady sells vegetables in a cart. Some people run the shop of flowers and some do the work of cycle repairing on the roadside. One man is getting employment through shoe polish by having a small shop in the corner. There are shops of cold drinks and grocery on the roadside. While Rekha was standing for a short time on the roadside, she found a man cleaning the glasses of vehicles and earning money. One man was selling tools of cleaning on a bicycle. Another man gets employment by selling drinking water on the roadside. Hawkers sell toys in the same way. Seeing a hair cutting salon, Rekha felt that all these things are available in her village also in 3 or 4 shops. Things which are sold in the shops of village, same things are sold on roadside in the cities. Various problems are experienced due to the roadside shops and workers on the roadside. Accidents occur due to traffic problems. A person in the city may be involved with more than one work on the basis of occupation or skill. Rekha noticed that a boy working in a cycle repairing shop in the daytime was playing drums in the bhajans during the night time. So, here Rekha lives in a small village and her aunt lives in a city which is nearby to her village. Once Rekha came to her aunt's house, so she saw that many people get employment from roadside work. Now, in roadside works also, people have different jobs to do. Like some people have small shops of vegetable, some sell vegetables in a cart, some runs a shop of flowers, some do work of cycle repairing, some are getting employment through shoe polish, some are selling cold drinks and grocery on the roadside. While Rekha was standing for a short time on the roadside, she found a man cleaning the glasses of vehicles. Means cleaning the glasses of vehicles is also a way of earning. And she saw a man also who was selling tools of cleaning on a bicycle. She saw another man who was selling drinking water on the roadside. Even she saw a toy seller, a man who was selling toys. So she felt that all these occupations are in her village also, but all these occupations are contrasting in 3 or 4 shops. Means in 3 or 4 shops she gets all the things which she seen here, that in a different way, in a road, she sees here in a roadside works. And due to this roadside jobs, various problems she has experienced, that there is a traffic problem because of these roadside shops and workers on the roadside. Accidents occurs due to traffic problems. Even a person in the city may be involved. She saw that one person is doing more than one work. Means she noticed that a boy is working in a cycle repairing shop in the daytime, but in night he was playing drums in the bhajans. So she saw difference between the work employment in the city and in village. Now, things to know that approximately to a guess 12% people out of total employed people in the city get employment from the roadside work. Special arrangement is made for Patharna Bazaar and Lari Galla market so that traffic problem can be solved. So, approximately 12% of people out of total employed people in the city gets employment due to these roadside works. For these roadside works, special arrangements are made like Patharna Bazaar and Lari Galla market. So, these are the special arrangements for these roadside works so that traffic problem can be resolved. Next is work of Karshan Bhai. Now, Mausari village in Vav Taluka in Banaskantha district has Rajasthan state's border on one side while Pakistan border on the other side. Now, this is a Mausari village which is in Vav Taluka in Banaskantha, and this village has border on one. This village is on border. One side Rajasthan state's border is there and the other side Pakistan border. Means this is a village between two borders, which is on one side Rajasthan state's border and on another side Pakistan border. Karshan Bhai lives in this village. He was engaged in carpentry work. Karshan Bhai has been living in a nearby town named Tharad for 5 years. Karshan Bhai runs rickshaw in the city and takes students to the school. Today Karshan Bhai has 2 rickshaws. Karshan Bhai runs rickshaws and gets employment. Now, Karshan Bhai lives in village Mausari, which is in Vav Taluka in Banaskantha district. But previously, he was doing carpentry in a nearby town named Tharad for 5 years. Now he has rickshaw in now he is doing carpentry in his village Mausari, but when he was in city, he runs rickshaw and he takes students to the school. Now today Karshan Bhai has 2 rickshaws and he runs rickshaw and gets his employment. Now next is think and say. Now first question is, why would Karshan Bhai have come to the city? So Karshan Bhai could not earn enough livelihood in his village by doing carpentry work. So Karshan Bhai would have come to city. Next question is, what discomfort would the family have in the city? Karshan Bhai's family would have difficulty in staying in the city. Next question is, what would you do if you move to another city or village? If I move to another city or village, I will find a job as per my educational qualification and a good accommodation for lodging and meals. Discuss about a businessman who came from village to the city. There is a large grocery shop of Shankar Bhai Shrimali. He came from village to city. His shop is in the market located a short distance from our society. He runs the shop from 8 am to 9 pm. He also has 2 employees. Shankar Bhai plans his work before closing the shop daily. The next day he makes phone calls for goods from the wholesale market. Some salesmen of goods come to the shop. He orders the goods he wants from them. In this way, Shankar Bhai earns well through the business of selling groceries. So this is an example. Your answer may be vary of this. You can observe in your surrounding and you can write your own answer also for this question about a businessman who came from village to the city. If you know any businessman like this, you can write your own answer too. Okay. Now, next is collective urban livelihood. Neelam's maternal uncle works in a factory. Factory is situated in a huge campus. Various departments could be seen on entering here. Here is a factory of manufacturing pants and shirts. Textile and technical departments were found more active. There were more than 50 machines in the upper story. More stitching work with less labor could be done with these machines. Special machines were there for stitching and for putting buttons too. Due to this, more work was done with less labor. Neelam's maternal uncle worked here as a manager. He gave opportunity to Neelam to watch from where the fabric came to manufacturing of pant shirts and their packing. Now, students, here is a girl named Neelam. His maternal uncle means Mamaji works in a factory and he works as a manager in this factory. This factory has a huge campus and in factory there are various departments. And in this factory they are manufacturing pants and shirts, means that this is a factory. So his uncle, Neelam's uncle, gave opportunity to Neelam that she goes with him and observe the factory and get knowledge how work goes in the factory. So she saw that there are various departments and it is a textile factory. So there are textile and technical departments which were more active there because it is a textile factory and they are manufacturing pants and shirts. So here she saw that more stitching work with less labor could be done by the machines, and there are special machines which are which are stitching and also putting buttons too. So in this way more work was done with less labor. Here her uncle had a talk with a trader. The trader wanted fast work. He wanted 1000 shirts. He said to do overtime and get the work done faster. Neelam's uncle talked to them regarding overtime and extra expenditure which was incurred in this work. Now, at that time, Neelam's uncle had a conversation with a trader that the trader wants a order of 1000 of shirts and in a very short period. So he wanted that his uncle get the work his uncle do overtime and get the work done faster. So Neelam uncles talked to him regarding the extra expenditure of the overtime, that if workers do overtime then they need to pay extra for that thing. So this was the conversation between the Neelam's uncle and the trader. Now, things to know. Work is done in 3 shifts in a unit in 24 hours. 3 persons work at the same place during 24 hours. If the work is done for more than 8 hours, then extra remuneration is given for every hour. Now, generally there is a shift having 8 hours in a day. So in factories they are working in three shifts within the 24 hours, means day night the factory is working. So there is in 24 days they are divided 24 into 3 divisions, 8 hours per division, and if any one work more than 8 hours, then he gets extra payment for that work as every hour. And 3 persons work on the same place during 24 hours. because there are 3 shifts. Understood? Next is retail livelihood. Jai Singh came to Navsari from Rajasthan. He makes chocolate here. He makes variety of chocolates. He works to make these items and supplies it to the traders. He keeps a direct watch on this work from collecting raw material to the production and distribution of the chocolates. Selling becomes easy when goods reach to the salesmen and traders. For this, he has to remain in the special contact of traders. Today, more than 100 people are employed directly or indirectly due to Jai Singh's chocolate factory. We see many businessmen around us. Skill has great importance in getting employment in the present times. Now, students, Jai Singh came to Navsari from Rajasthan. Means Rajasthan is a native place of Jai Singh, but he came to Navsari for a business and he is making chocolate here. So he has a small factory of chocolates. 100 people are employed directly or indirectly due to Jai Singh's chocolate factory. He works to make chocolate and various items, various types of chocolates, and he supplies these chocolates to traders. So he makes variety of chocolates and supplies to the traders, and he keeps a direct watch on this work, that he is from collecting raw material to the production and distribution of the chocolate. Means he supervises all the works in his eyesight. Selling becomes easy when goods reach to the salesmen and traders. Means if Jai Singh is making chocolate and he himself go for selling and trading, so it is little bit difficult task. But when his goods reach to the salesmen and traders, so it becomes easy to sell things. For this, he has to remain in the special contact of traders. So he has a special contact of traders and salesmen who sells his product. So by this, more than 100 people are getting employment directly or indirectly. So we see many businessmen like Jai Singh around us who gives employment to others also. And skill has great importance in getting employment in the present times. Means you need your skills. With confidence, you need a special skill to get employment easily. Next, remember and write. Many people around us are connected with various works. They get employment on the basis of this work. One example is given here. Jai Singh runs a factory for making chocolates. For this, he will require help. You can also prepare various details about the employer and other details attached to them. Now, here we saw the example of Jai Singh. So, like Jai Singh, many other people are there who requires help. So, you have to find those people and you have to write in the table given on page number 116. In the first column, you have to write medium of employment. Second column, you have to write comes from where. In third column, you have to write how does it reach. In fourth column, you have to write who consumes. And in fifth one, you have to write special note. 2 examples are given here and 2 more examples you have to write. So first example is newspaper seller. It comes from city press and it comes by vehicle. Many people use it, and special notice we can get lot of information. Okay. Now in second one you have given that medium of employment is vegetable vendor. It comes from farm. How does it reach? So it comes by vehicles. Who consume? All people consume vegetables. And special notice, good for the health. So like this you have to write two more. For example, ice cream seller. It comes from the ice cream making factory, comes by vehicle. The people who are fond of ice cream or children consumes it and gives cooling in the season of heat. So like this you have to write two more examples. One more I'll give you, that grocery seller, from where grocery comes. So it comes from the wholesale market of the city, comes by vehicles. All people use grocery, so you have to write all people use them. And special note, it is essential for life. Okay, so you have to write in this table what you have observed around you. So your answer may be vary. What I have given two examples also, and I have read two examples for you also. So in this way I conclude this chapter here. If you have any query or any doubt, you can ask in interactive query session. Till then, bye bye, take care.